Well, a very busy and varied executive meeting at the County Council this morning. We had three items we were debating. First of which was the reprovision of back office services for the council. Our contract with Serco expires in 2020, so we're having to look now at what the future might look like. So we also had a long discussion about how we are going to potentially provide payroll services in the future, and we have got a preferred provider which we are likely to recommend, subject to some assurance about some minor issues. So that was the main item. We also discussed the future of IT and the call centre and HR services in Lincolnshire and finance IT services. They also will have to be retendered by 2020, and we are doing some more work, and hopefully there will be, well, not hopefully, there will be a formal decision by the executive in October as to the future of those services and how they'll be put together. I think we are agreed that we are moving away from one big contract, one provider providing all those services, and they will be split up in future, which is what's happening nationally in terms of how corporate services are provided by outside contractors. The second item was the about Linkage of Worlds, area of outstanding national beauty. We've just agreed a plan for the next 5 years from 2018 to make sure that first of all we protect that wonderful asset of our county, but at the same time making sure it is a vibrant and working environment, so that it's not frozen in aspic, but when it does develop, it develops in a way which is retaining the wonderful countryside and heritage and environment we have there. Final item was about the NHS Sustainable Transformation Plans in Lincolnshire. The NHS are currently, or have to say currently, since about 3 years ago now, the NHS have been looking at how the future of their services in Lincolnshire would look like. We actually had a council meeting in December 2016 where the draft plan was unanimously rejected by councillors, although there were many parts of the then plan which we would all agree with. Since then, it seems to have taken a long time for anything else to emerge, and you'll be aware that certainly there have been issues at Grantham A&E. There are now worries about maternity services at Boston, and it seems to be the NHS has got itself in a place where bad news keeps dribbling out. We are all aware of the recruitment and retention issues that exist within the NHS, and I think the paper actually said today that we really need to get to a stage where the NHS actually comes forward with what their plan is, even if it's not fully developed. So first of all, we can, the rest of us, the County Council on behalf of residents and other interested parties, can actually comment on this plan, but also would give some confidence there is a coherent idea that what it might look like in future, which of course would also help with recruitment and retention of staff, which is a major problem for the NHS. And we also have a clear view that it is a complicated structure. There is no one NHS in Lincolnshire. There are 7 trusts and there are various other bodies, plus we have engagement from region, engagement from national NHS, which makes to a very complicated picture and actually doesn't help with coming up with decision makings or coming up with a quicker plan to help the NHS get out of its current predicament. So a useful meeting, a lot of in there and a lot of detail talked about, and we hope these issues develop as quickly as possible, particularly the NHS.